Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Anti-Material Energy. In the last episode, we built this atomic multiplier and we've been trying to get some of the last quests finished up. Namely, one of them was getting a bunch of ocelots for another pet, which, by the way, I realized I should be smarter about this. So I went ahead and basically lowered the grassy field. We had to make a fishing pond to try to fish stuff, and it was just a mess. I didn't think, you know what, if I just lower this down a little bit, it's gonna work out a lot nicer. So I've already killed all of the cats, got all the ocelot heads that we need so we can set that up, and I'm hoping that today is going to be the final episode. Why? There's a pig. What? Did a pig go down here? Hold up, we gotta find this pig. Oh my gosh, there it is. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys something really kind of cool. I discovered this sword is actually the transmuting sword from Aura Cascade. I forgot what that mod was called. So I have a cat right here, and what's really neat is if I hit this cat with this sword, it turns it into a dog. So this is a way to get wolves if we really wanted them. I don't really care, to be perfectly honest, but you know what? Let's, Aw, it didn't work. I was trying to get a wolf's head. It didn't work, but oh well. So, this is the transmuting sword, and it allows you to turn some things into other things. So, cats turns into dogs, pigs will turn into sheep, which is kind of neat. And it does do a half heart of damage, so you will eventually kill them. So the only other one, excuse me, the only other one that is relevant to us is cows, and that cow has escaped, so he will pay. Not really. We're going to turn him into something else, and it might not be a surprise, but it's a mushroom. It's really kind of cool. I didn't know it. I had a cow or some, I can't remember. I think it was a cow. I had a cow escape because they like to glitch through the fences. And I just figured, you know what, I'm not going to bother trying to put him back into this pen. So I hit him with the sword, and yeah, he turned into a different type of cow. So I have been hard at work. I've been draining some of the zinc and chromium in here. 2,000 like elements, vials of the elements turn into a barrel, or a drum rather. So I made a whole bunch of those, and I've been processing that. But yeah, just so you guys can see. Accessories, angel steel swords, transmuting sword. So it turns cows into mushrooms, creepers into endermans, sheep into pigs, gas into blaze, slimes into magma cubes, ocelots into wolves. It's kind of cool, and nice little reference there at the end if you saw that. Anyways. So I've been hard at work just getting a bunch of antimony to get a bunch of omnimatter. And before we get to that, I have the ocelot heads. We're going to get that processing so we can get the last of the pets and then go through the rest of the quest lines and whatnot. So before I do anything else, I do need to do this. I forgot to do this today. Anyways, are we going to be able to get the ocelot pet with this? Yes. Cool. And this is just going to take a little bit of power, and cool. That should be it. Alright, so we'll come back over here. How fast is this going to go? Not too bad. So I'll be back over here in just a second. So, if we look at the quest book, I will get through everything. So, I'm going to cheat in the, okay, so there is an edit mode, that we can get a book that we can complete quests that we can't complete otherwise. I'm going to cheat one in to finish these quests a little bit later and do some of the stuff we can't do. Like, I could get another account, potentially, and, you know, have somebody else in here kill them a couple of times and then call it a day. But I'm just going to cheat these quests. I'm going to complete them through the OP book. And we'll complete anything else that we can. But there's not really that much left for us to do. We need to get all of the matters and stuff. We also need to get the pets. And we get the Ocelot pet gives us night vision, so we'll get a reward back from there. And then there's the purplicious cow pet, which requires the Ocelot. And these guys, let's see if this one works. The other pets, some of them work, some of them don't. So does this one work? It does. Cool. So we're going to let this run. This will be a little bit longer. We'll need to manually complete that quest to get the repair pet. I'll make sure it doesn't work again, and then we will get rid of them to complete it. But before we do all that, we need really the only thing left that we have to do. Chemistry, those aren't completable. Paracel, that's not much we can do there. It's just the alchemy stuff. So we need to get temporal matter and all that fun stuff. And this is going to be kind of a pain. So let's take all this omni matter. And we're going to decompose it to get a bunch of other things. And I realize we need to turn that off. So we have some corporeal matter and some kinetic matter. And we also need to turn, that one's filtered, so that's fine. So we're going to put these in here and hope for the best. So we have a full stack. This is a lot of stuff, and we don't even get enough for anything in particular. But let's see, 102 kinetic matter. Alright, so we need 8 of all of these. And with 8 of them, we can make the matter. So there is kinetic matter and amorphous matter. So 2 done. So amorphous matter, we need 10 of them though. Oh boy. So kinetic comes from corporeal. They're messed up. They're mixed up a little bit. Amorphous comes from essentia. And we need to get more of all of those. Oh man, this is gonna take so much. We get some decor, some wool and clay, and at this point what I need to do is just get a ton of antimony, which I've been trying to process that as well. The best one to do that I found is actually yellow. Uh-oh, did something break? Oh no. Because I've been messing around with creative mode trying to figure out some of this stuff, I had a bunch of things break, it would appear. So let's walk away from that for a moment. I need to figure out how much of this I actually want to do. So what we're going to need to get is all of the different... How close is this? This is going to be a little bit... we need to get all of the different matters, and something we can do is we can take like the kinetic matter, for example, and this should work, but if we put this in here, it will start using all of this power, and it will quadruple it. So we just need to make a bunch of power, and in order to do that, we're going to need some research. I don't know why the research broke, but it did. So let's just re-research some of this stuff. I need 2 of those. I need 1 of these. I want a piece of that and that. And doesn't this become gold? Yeah, we could just get gold other ways. That is fine. Okay, so this broke, but at the same time, oh well. Get the red fruit charcoal, and we also need to grab 1 of these guys. I'm going to take all the power out of him. So yeah, there is 4 of the kinetic matters. So we can duplicate these, and if we just get 1 of each, then it won't be too bad. Now the other thing we're going to want is the anti-blocks. We're going to want 4 of these, and we're going to need our chisel. It's green. What are the anti-blocks? The anti-materials. So there is white, black, yellow, and red. So those are the ones we want. But I need my chisel, which is right there. And we'll just do one of each. So black, red, and yellow. Yellow is the best because it only has 2 outputs. So it's kind of nice. But I guess we're going to have to redo some of this stuff. I wish that the... What is it called? It's the Tome of Knowledge or something? No, not the Tome of Knowledge. Scroll. This thing is supposed to work, but it doesn't. We'll see if it can. We'll try it again. Because what you're supposed to be able to do is burn this, and it doesn't work. And then that way you can get everything in the game. We'll probably want to do minium dust, verdant dust. We'll probably want to do all of these as well. So, lots of things to kind of work on. And hopefully get some of this fixed. But we're going to need a lot of various things when it comes to, like... We need a lot more antimony, and so we need to get the anti-blocks. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this, just getting all of this stuff. But for example, we can take 2 of these guys, and if we get hydrogen, this is why we have the reactor guy here. But I don't know if this will work. So if we put 2 of those. It needs more power than we can... that is so rude. So it is complete random chance. So what I'm going to do is... Well, let's go ahead and learn all these recipes. Especially the yellow. And then once this guy is out of power... what we're going to do is I'm going to get generators. We could make nether star generator, like, we could make some of this stuff, this really high tier stuff. But, I think just sticking with the furnace generators, the normal ones, we'll make a bunch of these guys. Are you empty? You are. We're gonna duplicate you, and we're just gonna make a bunch of them, and I'm gonna set it up so that basically all of the power goes into this guy as fast as we can. I'm gonna have like a ton of these guys set up. I'm probably gonna move most of the stuff, and we'll put it somewhere that's a little bit easier accessibility. We'll get all of our conduits set up, and I'm gonna have to duplicate a ton of stuff. But what the plan will be is, if we can get enough power, these we cannot duplicate, so I'll have to get the materials to duplicate them. I believe that is just going to be conduit binder, which is good. Item conduits is pulsating iron. And then ender is vibrant alloy. So I'm just gonna have to kind of deal with the fact that we lost all the recipes and process a ton, an absolute ton of antimony, and then from there what I can do, so one thing we can do is if I get another filter. Actually, you know what? No, what we're going to do is this. We're going to take that out. We're going to ignore those. Ignore these. And I'm going to have an item conduit here going to 2 different things. We're going to make 2 different caches. Probably the reinforced. So we'll want 2 reinforced caches, which is not awful. Can I make... Alright. Fuse quartz. We're going to duplicate that. And all the rest of this stuff. So fuse quartz, don't need chest, don't need this. These two things are not to be duplicated. What I can do is I can make 2 reinforced caches, which we're also going to want Invar. I believe that is, and 10. Invar and 10. I don't really care about the wood. We can get that ourselves. Invar and 10. And then we can get as much as we need of any of these. And what I'm going to do is going to make some reinforced caches and basically deposit any of the materials we don't need. So the gold and the silver that we'll get from yellow anti-material. And basically we're going to set up some stuff to automatically process the antimony. This is about 2/3 of the way done. So yeah, let's get this working and it'll be fine. So I'll probably need 3 filters. 10. I wish this was a little bit faster. We're gonna need 3 filters, which is basically how many we have. So let's go ahead and duplicate a filter as well, just because I don't feel like making those. I don't even know what that has, but we're gonna just do that. And you know, if I need more of these, I can get them later. Let's get the anti-blocks and the pulsating vibrant alloys. And then I can always make more item conduits. So conduits, man, I really wish. So probably what happened is because of. Okay, I'll be honest. I was messing around in creative mode. Turns out at 0-0 in these maps there is a secret that is hidden underneath the bedrock. There is a book called Stone Snake or something like that, and there's some stone snake blocks, and it's kind of weird. But it's underneath bedrock. We can't get to it from here, but it's at 0-0 if you ever want to play this map and look for yourself. But I was trying to figure out, so one of the quests that we can't seem to do is in the secrets. There is another secret quest that seems to be impossible to unlock. So we're going to get a filter, get one of those. I'll get more of those later. Take some diamonds, and let's get, I guess, a bunch of fuse quartz. I didn't intend to take that many, but whatever. Alright, so let's make some reinforced caches. 1, 2. And then these. 2. Alright, perfect. So yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get the quest. Turns out we can't. It requires a special potato. The retlo potato that we saw in the other material energies as like a secret item. If it's here, I don't know where it's at. I've checked the nether, I've checked the end, I've checked both the last millennium and the deep dark. I've looked everywhere for it. I don't know where it's at, if there is one in here. So I'm going to chalk that up to not being available. We're not going to worry about that quest. It's really painful to try to find it and complete it otherwise, so I'm not gonna bother. Anyways, we're gonna have 2 of these guys. We don't actually need any filters, I realize. These are gonna be inserts, and we're gonna actually put back here an insert, and this one will get filtered with a whitelist. So what we're gonna need to do, those can go away, as well as these. What we're gonna want is silver and gold, and then the antimony, or rather the anti-material. So silver and gold, And what we should be able to do is just put these in and seal them up. Then we should be able to come over here and grab a bunch of yellow anti-blocks and start processing them. And then I can also put another thing here. Grab a piece of antimony and a filter. We want this. Oh yeah, no, that'd be fine. Extract, basic item filter, antimony. Always active. Insert, and then I believe if I grab a chest and I grab one of my chemist journals. Do we have omnimatter here? Yes, we do. So we'll select that. We'll put that in there. And then theoretically, I can put something like this. I think this will work. Insert, extract, always active. Are these filling up? They will if I put that to always active and add those. And then the anti-material will be whitelisted there. So that should be fine. Also, the yellow anti-material should be extracted there and inserted in here. Alright, so is this filling up with... Not yet. But this will fill up with antimony, theoretically. And then... eventually we should get what we need. So that is going to give us stacks upon stacks. And that is not automatically... Didn't I put the book in there? Oh, the book's being taken out because that's the wrong side. I guess we'll move the slice and splice because I'm not really using that all that much. We can put that just right over here. And if we put this here, we can disable that, put the book in here, put that on insert and extract always active. And it still took the book out. Okay. How do I do this? I don't remember. There's a certain side, so let's go into here. It's the bottom. Okay. That's fine. We can deal with that. So we don't need to take the slice and splice out. But what we can do is just one of these. This, like so. Let's get the chest there and fix the book. And I'm also going to put this license splice back because why not? And hopefully this will be completely automatic. All I have to do is add all of the one stuff, the anti-material. Let's put the book back in there. And if I extract always active, insert, it should automatically produce the omnimatter. Perfect. So all I have to do is throw in a ton of yellow anti-material, and hey, our pet is done. The purple cow. There he is. Cool. So I don't even know what the purple cow does, to be honest. But we get a reward. What do you do? Health regeneration fills empty buckets with lava. Cool. That is neat. We have a greater reward bag, which is useless. It just gives us greater reward bags. So, no use to it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut here. So, two things I need to do. Well, a couple things I need to do. First thing is... I'm gonna put the pet away. Don't need you. So first thing is I need to get a ton of these furnace generators powering this guy. I'm going to do that somewhere else, somewhere out a little ways. And then I'm going to produce a ton of antimaterial, omnimatters. And I will probably, you know what, I'll probably go ahead and run these through as well. But once I get that done, and we have a ton of power, I'm going to duplicate all of these guys as we get them. Actually, no, I'll save that maybe for when you guys come, when I bring you guys back in. We'll see. But we're going to try to finish up the map today because there's not enough left to do. We never finished, you know, the applied logistics system automation, all that kind of stuff, but that's okay. So I'm going to just get a ton of these furnace generators up and running, and hopefully we'll be able to get a good amount of power pretty quickly. So that's the plan. I will be back once that all is done. So I'll be back in like a couple of hours for me, probably a few minutes for you guys. So be right back. A long time later. So this is actually the next day for me, and well, we're about there. So I went ahead and moved everything over here like so. So I have 64 of these furnace generators, and they're all hooked up to this atomic multiplier, which is ready to take the last of the matters that we need to duplicate. And this thing takes like, oh, I don't know, about between like 7 and 10 minutes to fully charge up every time. So it's not been too bad, but it's been bad enough. But once we have this last one, we also need to make one with the corporeal matter, and then we're basically done. There's not much more for us to do without cheating in the quest book, so we're going to go through all of that stuff and kind of talk about it all. This pack is unfinished. It will probably always be unfinished. I don't see it ever being finished, to be perfectly honest. Partially because it's an older pack, and some of these mods don't really exist, and I don't think they ever really progressed much farther than they have been. It's not a bad idea for a pack, but it just, circumstance, I guess, doesn't really allow it to prosper. But anyways, let's go ahead, take that out. Yeah, I did it the first try. And get the last of the kinetic matters, and I'm just going to put that back in there, even though I don't need any more. So we have 10, 10, 10, and 9. Well, we'll get to that 9 in a second, because there's something weird about this. Now, you might notice that I've not made anything with the void matter. Well, that's because we can't. One of the matters we cannot get. So, yeah, like I said, broken pack. But, anyways, temporal matter. We needed 10 of those. Kinetic matter, 10 of those. Essentia matter, 10 of those. We're going to get some ash and some verdant dust with that one. Corporeal matter is the one we cannot make. There is no recipe. I'm hitting R. Void matter, we needed 1 of those. So yeah, we only needed 1 void matter. A little bit different there. And amorphous matter, we needed 10 of those. So we have all those done. And we have a bunch of stuff with it. Now, there's one other thing. We can make essence berry bushes. Now these require, as you can see, the essentia matter, which not too bad. We can do that. We're gonna need 5 of those, and as long as we keep 1, we can always duplicate more. And I'm gonna guess that this is what it was like. And then we just need to do some crafting. So before we get to it, I want to take this guy out, teach it how to make the minium dust. It already knows. Okay, it knows all the dust already. So we're going to need a good bit of the minium dust. So let's get a full stack. Why not? Dust. And shift click. Cool. So we should be able to, we just need to make, you can make the berries as well. That's kind of cool. We just need our, what is this called? Sanguine Star, or rather the Philosopher's Stone. And we can make this pretty easily. So we'll go ahead and do that. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be that quest. We're going to get some random things. And yeah, that's about all we can do. Alright, so here's what we're going to do from here on out. We're going to go through the quest book. First of all, we're going to dump some of the stuff. Invalid items go in here. What kind of reward bag? Greater. Greater are useless. An experience rod, which we can turn that into an experience obelisk if we really wanted to. Which, by the way, how bad... I forgot to do this. So hopefully everything worked out just fine. There should still not be any recipes for this one. There's not. Okay, so I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that a lot, and actually I believe the flux controller and all that kind of stuff doesn't actually have a recipe. So if we okay, there is a recipe. Sometimes it doesn't show up. It's weird. Anyways, just make sure the scripts are reloaded again. Alright, so we have a bunch of things I don't really care about too much. Let's just start going through the quest book. And what we're going to do from here on out is pretty simple. If we can complete a quest, we will. If we can't, we will cheat it. And that's pretty much it. So, starting from the beginning, I am going to go ahead and, if I can remember the command, HQM edit. That gives us the OP edition quest book. So this allows us to complete any quest in the game, and this one will allow us to just kind of look at them all. So this has 4 quests. They are the berry bushes. We cannot make them. There are no recipes for the berry bushes, any of them. And if we look at, I guess, just bush, there's no recipe whatsoever. The only one that has a recipe is the essence berry, and I could add it. I could go in the files and add recipes, but I have no idea what would have been intended, so we're not going to worry about it. What we're going to do is shift click to complete these quests and call it a day. We're going to take the rewards because why not? But there's nothing we can do about that. So that one is finally completed. Next is the social structure. This is another one I talked about earlier in the episode, where we have to kill another player. While I could bring somebody else on, make a server real quick and all that kind of fun stuff, that's more of a hassle than I'm really willing to put in. So we're just going to complete this one, and I believe that one is also, and this one as well. So those 3 quests, we're going to just go ahead and complete manually, just to get around the multiplayer stuff, and then we'll do the rest of these quests because I believe we can. Now we have good bags. We have a basic bag. All right, we'll open the basic bag. Which gives us some magnesium carbonate and some good bags, which gives us various blocks. And we're out of room. I guess we'll just start putting those in there. I'm gonna put this stuff in here. And greater bags go in there. Alright, we can get rid of these for now. Alright, so what else do we need to do? We need to make concrete, 40 concrete, a carpenter's safe, and a cloud in a bottle. So let's get those. Concrete, carpenter, if I can spell. Can we just do safe? Yeah, that works. And cloud and a bottle. Alright. Let's make the cloud in the bottle first, because that one's really easy. It's just glass and some nether quartz. We can make that simply. Carpenter's safe is some carpenter's blocks, plus block of iron and redstone. Also pretty easy. Those we will go ahead and complete. The clouds in the bottle, if you're ever curious about what these actually are, let's go over to the giant hole over here. And basically these are throwable items. These are kind of used for combat type stuff, but you can throw them and they make like clouds. Why is that one like yellow? I guess the lighting levels. And you can do weird things in clouds. Like it allows you to bounce a little bit higher and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Not that big of a deal. And the Carpenter Safe is a block that only the player can open that places it. It belongs to people. Or you can have it unlocked. But the big thing is you can disguise them as any other block in the game. So it makes things look nicer for one, and two, you can hide things really easily. So concrete, we need 40 concrete. And is it chisels concrete or... Okay, I guess it's only chisels concrete, which is just some gravel, which we don't have. We can get gravel. Actually, we do have some gravel. Okay, just making sure we don't have any concrete to begin with. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that there, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. Charcoal input. We'll start using egg charcoal too. Never mind, it's not nearly as good. We could probably turn this stuff into the higher tier stuff, which that's 35. So that's even better. Okay, we'll just use it. Why not? I don't really have much use for it anyways. So we'll get the concrete. And then what are we going to need after that? We're going to need magnetic force, ender letter, and boosters. Alright, so magnetic force, boosters, and ender letter. Okay, so let's go ahead and make those as well since we can. The ender letter is not too bad. We're going to need an ender tier. Okay, so we're going to need a piece of flint. I guess let's go ahead and steal one out of there. That works. So ender fragments. There's the ender letter. That is, I'm not entirely sure what the ender letter does. I believe you can send items and stuff to other players. Magnetic force, also pretty easy. I don't remember what that does either. Might say, oh, teleporting. And then the boosters, which require what? Oh, redstone blocks. So we're going to need 3 recipes worth. Okay. And we might actually see what these are all about. But we're almost done with the concrete as well. So, yeah, we're getting there. Once we have all this stuff, though, it's just going to be a matter of kind of calling the episode and, you know, going from there. So road lines. We get a bunch of stuff for that. It is a different, we need the asphalt style. So that's just as easy as grabbing our chisel and chiseling it into asphalt. There we go. And then we have the boosters, the ender letters, and the magnetic force. And that's everything in there. Cool. So I want to test out these boosters because I'm interested on them. And we have some good reward bags, holy stone, and carpet. So what are these boosters like? Okay, that's kind of cool. Gives us speed 4. And I guess if we like make a bunch of these and put them in a line, they make interesting noises as well. These are actually kind of cool. They're pretty cheap as well. Redstone is not that hard to get, even in like the main modded game. But the problem is running straight. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, enough of that. What is next? So the next set of quests is the Alchemy. There is one quest left, that is the corporeal matter. Again, I have what should be used. This stuff is probably what would make it, and I could make enough with duplication. But whatever reason, recipe was never made. So we'll complete that quest. I'll claim the reward, and everything's done in there. Cool. Greater reward bag goes away. Alright, so the next set of quests is the Paracel. So we had seen before that the spawn Paracel squid and spawn Paracel cow quests do not work. So we're going to go ahead and complete these. There is no recipe for either of those things, so we're just going to complete them. There's no reward or anything. We do need a bucket of Paracel juice. This does have a quest thing, so let's clear this out and juice. I'm gonna bet that the Paracel cows drop, well, like you could milk them for the juice, but we can't spawn them in unless I want to cheat the spawn egg in, which I could, but I don't want to. Alright, there we go. It's more trouble than it's worth. The neutralized E matter we have, the IVET we've been using that pretty often, and these quests don't have anything, so we don't have to worry about them. So that's all done. Now chemistry, these don't have anything to them, so we're just going to complete them and call it a day. There's still a quest in here. Oh wait, no, I didn't complete that one. Alright, it's hard to tell on those because there's nothing there. Alright, so the only things left is the secrets, which I talked about this one earlier, but I'll repeat what I said. Basically, there is a secret quest for a potato. It's called the Retlo potato. It's a reference to somebody, I believe. I'm not too familiar with the reference, but it is an enchanted potato with protection 5 and renamed, like we had seen in the previous material energies. I believe 3 had it, material energy cubed. I know that Hypercubed had it because it was like a random thing. We usually would find those in a random chest somewhere. I cannot for the life of me figure out if it was ever placed or anything like that. So I'm one of the few people that have actually completed this much of the mod pack on YouTube and stuff like that. So this quest being super broken, or like this mod pack being super broken, it's really hard to find information, and I tried my hardest. I looked around for quite a while. In fact, that's why, I'm pretty sure that's why the Alchemy stuff is kind of broken for my player data, because I was doing other things in another world and whatnot. So yeah, I have no idea if it was ever placed. I checked the nether, didn't see anything in the nether, all that kind of stuff. So who knows? Anyways, I checked on top of the bedrock, I checked below. There was a secret which I might show off. We'll see. But it's just a lot of things just don't work. And there's no way to complete the quest from this book. I actually have to turn on editing mode in the config files so that I can like mess with the, like, it's the tools that come with the mod, the questing mod, that allows you to basically make the quest and whatnot. So I could do that. That's how I found out what it was. But I don't. It's a pain, and it's not really worth it to complete it. So that's the only other quest in there. It's just, I don't know if the potato was ever placed in the world or not. It's just kind of is. So anyways, last thing we need to do is the repair pet. That one, as we had seen before, does have a recipe, but the recipe doesn't work. So we're just going to complete it and call it a day. So we're supposed to get a reward for that. Okay, it's there. It's a greater reward. It's useless. Alright, so that, I think, is everything. We're going to put that away. And yeah, we have everything but one quest. So there is 198 quests in total, I believe. Unfortunately, like, something I would do if I could is like go into spectator mode. But spectator mode does not exist in this version of Minecraft, so can't really do anything with that. I tried to enchant it manually, couldn't do that. The Minecraft doesn't like it if you try to do that. You have to do something else, and I'm not entirely sure how to do it. But yeah, it's a baked potato that's renamed, and enchanted. So there's no way to get the secret quest. It's fine though. I guess let's go into creative mode, and I'll show off the little secret, which is right over, let's see. Oh great, it's like right here-ish. I guess this will work. So if we break through the bedrock, we should counter. It's not that far down. There it is. Okay, so there is this little opening. I wonder if there was something meant to like trigger that or something. I'm not entirely sure, but there's these stake stones and a chest that has a book in it. And the book says Stone Snake. Every year I venture further into what seems to be a nothingness, where I am forgotten by the night, blessed by the day. Blessed by day. So yeah, that is the only secret I've been able to find in all of this, and I don't know what to say about it. I've looked through the nether. I can't find anything. By the way, in case you're wondering, there is a bedrock ceiling up here. It's not too thick, but as you can see, there is nothing up here. I'm just going to go back down. And yeah, so that is going to be it for this series. There's nothing else we can do about it. This mod pack was never finished fully. Kind of a shame because it's an interesting idea. Making everything from nothing, and some of the ways we had to make stuff until we got into the alchemy was a little creative. I kind of like it. Unfortunately, a lot of the mods in this are odd mods, which aren't necessarily a bad thing, but things like Paracel isn't well documented, so like the IVET doesn't work too well. And there's obvious duping. We took full advantage of that. The sheep farm was supposed to be the real way to deal with all of the chemical stuff, but and there were some problems with it. But all in all, like, this wasn't a bad mod pack by any stretch of the means. There is more stuff in the Material Energy series that we need to do. There are 2 more packs that I'm aware of that have caught my eye. I don't know which ones we're going to play. I don't know that... so one of them I believe is finished, like a completed pack, akin to Material Energy Hypercubed, which we still need to go back to. I'm still working on that one. It is taking forever. I honestly haven't done too much in recent days, but a lot of it is just AFKing, and I just haven't felt like doing it or had the time. So that's that. But there is Material Energy 5, which is the newest mod pack. We might look into that one here soon. We might step away from Material Energy for a little bit and go play something else. There's a couple other mod packs that I've been looking at that would be interesting to do. But there's also Material Energy Natural Capital, which looks interesting. I don't know if it was ever finished. I don't know if it has much of a quest system. I haven't really looked at it all that much. I might look into that. We might do that. We might do something else. I have no idea. But all I know is this is finished. We're going to finish Material Energy Hypercubed soon-ish. Big asterisk next to that soonish. And yeah, there's not much else to say. This pack, all in all, I did have fun with this pack. Don't get me wrong. It's really interesting trying to make things out of nothing and trying to come up with creative farms to do when you are severely limited on what you can do. I wish that worked better. I wish that was more useful. And I wish that MineChem was a little bit more balanced in this pack. But all in all, like, this isn't a bad pack. It's just very obviously not complete. And by the way, the time it's taken us to do all this stuff, I've got almost 300 singularities. So, yeah, cool. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!